What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It's time for a brand new video talking today new contracts or not new contracts, to be or not to be. We have players with 1 year left on their deal, and I'm going to get your opinions and thoughts on who should get a renewal and who should be cashed in this summer. Before I get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, drop your thoughts and comments below. And listen to our international boys, come back safe and sound. Peace be with you, injury free, and let's go on that 8-game run. But let's get into this one, people. And we're going to base this today. I'm going to say this right from the start so you know where I'm coming from. We're basing this on if we've been promoted. Okay, so this isn't if we're in the championship. This is if we've been promoted. So I'm going on that basis alone. But Dan James, Eli Meslier, Patrick Bamford, Alex Cairns, and Carl Darlow will be in the final year of their Leeds United contracts this summer. Darko Gyabi and Sam Greenwood out on loan are in a similar boat. How many offered extensions do we think? And it's a good question by Joe Donahue, and I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. But I think there's a couple of ones that just stick out to me straight away where it's kind of like a thanks for your service, but see you later. And it's probably Alex Cairns and Carl Darlow. I think maybe with Alex Cairns, they keep him around for the final year of his contract as that third choice goalkeeper. But ideally, going up to the Premier League, we should be looking at 2 new goalkeepers. That should be the main thing. So there goes that one straight away. For me, also Sam Greenwood. I think we should look to cash in on Sam Greenwood this summer. We only paid 1.5 million for him. I know we may make a loss, we may not, depending on add-ons and everything else. But I think that Sam Greenwood does not have a future at this football club. One that's interesting is Darko Gyabi for me. I do feel, and this is just based on potential, and that's all you can base it off with JB, but he's done very well at Plymouth by all accounts from everything that people have told me. And I feel that there's still more to come. And I think it's very low risk on offering him a new deal and extending it, because you've got a young talent there who a lot of clubs were sorting after when we got him. And we've seen him develop pretty nicely at Plymouth. And I just feel that if we offer him a new deal and he signs it, that it will be a great opportunity for him to go back out on loan to the Championship and maybe to a promotion-seeking side. Obviously, he has to be playing week in, week out in order for it to be effective, to see where he is when the pressure's turned up a little when it comes to going for promotion. But I think that would be the thing I would do with Darko Gyabi in this instance. And if it doesn't work out, I do feel you can cash in on JB in the future to a team worthy of his level. But I still feel there's something with JB, man. He always had that technical ability. You don't get into Man City's academies without it. But it's all the rest of the things. Can he put it together? And I think he's done a good job at Plymouth this season. But can it get better? I would like to find out. So I would personally offer Darko Gyabi a new deal. Let me know if you would. So I've said Sam Greenwood, no. I think the Patrick Bamford one is pretty obvious in what I would be thinking for that. I think that needs to be done this summer. It should have been done 3 summers ago, but let's just concentrate on the present. This guy is just going to be taking up wages, and by my accounts, if we're back up in the Premier League, he'll be on a bigger wage. So it's going to be, you'd think it'd be harder to shift him when his wages go back up, but by all accounts, and from everything I'm hearing, he wants to play first-team football. And I thought he would just be happy sitting on the bench and collecting a wage, but apparently he does see himself as a first-team striker still. So Leeds United and Patrick Bamford have to come to some kind of arrangement this summer where they sever ties, and whether it's Leeds United paying him off for the remainder of his deal or coming to a mutual agreement, then it's going to have to be something along those lines, unless they can find a buyer for him, where we'll probably get a low transfer fee because of the wages he's on. But by no means, any way, shape, or form should this guy be seeing Premier League football for Leeds United in the future. Absolutely not. I mean, I've got his 24-25 up here, 10 matches, and some of those are sub appearances, and he's got donuts across the board, and he's been injured for a large part of it ever since he had a what was it, a 20-minute cameo against Blackburn at the start of the year. Yeah, his time is up, and it's someone else's time now. So for me, Bamford, he goes. Dan James, for me, this is kind of spoiling my keep sell bench video, but I've already made a couple of admissions, like I wouldn't take Joe Rothwell in the Premier League. It just not good enough. But Dan James is someone I would keep around, and this is one of these where it is still a risk with Dan James. When you get to the higher level, he has improved his composure and his technique at this level over the last 2 years immensely. And I just feel, I'm going with the feeling here, and that's all you can go with. He's going to be 28 when we hit the Premier League. If we was buying Dan James from another team, I'd be very cautious. But because he's already here, I'm saying give him a shot. Now, is he our first choice right winger? That's another question completely. But do I see DJ being effective for us in those tight games down the bottom of the league? I absolutely do. And if he can keep just like 70% of the composure he's gathered since being in this division, then we're going to gain points, precious points in our fight to stay in the Premier League. So for me, Dan James, absolutely offer him a new deal. And even if he doesn't pan out the way that I hope he will always have buyers. He's a well-known commodity. People know who he is. He'll always have another buyer, and Leeds can easily move on for him if he does sign a new deal. He isn't going to be one where we sign him to a new 4-year contract and he's here for the remaining 4 years if we're trying to shift him. He has got transfer value. He's got transfer market value at the wazoo. So Dan James, I'm absolutely keeping around for the squad in the Premier League, and I hope that he does get a new deal, providing he keeps fit and keeps in the vein of form that he's been in. Elan Meslier, I think this is a pretty obvious one for people, but I'm going to go at it from another angle, as I always do, as Cage always does. Cage, don't say this. Let me say my personal thoughts straight away, which shouldn't be a secret to any of you, but if we can cash in on Elan Meslier in the summer, you're absolutely doing it. He should not be our number one. If he's our number one next season, we're going to get relegated. Simple as that. In terms of that, he shouldn't be here. But if Danny Farker's still here and he still trusts Elan Meslier implicitly, there is a very good chance that this man could get a new contract at the football club. There's a very good chance. And there's a couple of reasons why. There's obviously the Farker factor if he's still here come the summer. He wants Elan Meslier to be his number one. There's also asset management, and I know people hate to hear this. I hate to say it as well, people, but it's a reality. Elan Meslier, no matter what you think of him, I've said to you before, how many times I've said to you, facts over feelings, it doesn't matter. There are teams out there that would still buy Elan Meslier. Now, we had the perfect opportunity last summer to cash in on him when Marseille and De Zerbi came in. I was like, yes, thank you, De Zerbi, you beauty. But they didn't meet our transfer value. And on one hand, I respect it from Leeds saying, you're not paying the value that we think is worth. Please go away. On the other hand, I'm thinking, damn, that was the chance. Another way they could look at it as well is that they rejected that bid and it's been worth however much, 200 plus million to get us in the Premier League. And they may be happier to leave Meslier leave for, say, 6-7 million in the summer. But there is an opportunity and there is a chance that we may see Elan Meslier put pen to paper on a new Leeds United contract, it gives me the heebie-jeebies and it doesn't make me feel good. I may lose a night's sleep over him, not gonna lie, but absolutely, this player needs to be transferred out the football club in the summer. He cannot be the goalkeeper for us in the Premier League. It can't happen, people. So I'm hoping that Leeds United, as I said before, the transfer thing has to be a club decision for me. And it's got to be, and I know it sounds harsh, Danny Farker's done well, but we need to look after ourselves this time around. We didn't do it in the second time. We bought players for the coaches we had, Bielsa, Marsh. That didn't work. We do need to do another approach. Unless we're getting a brand new coach in the summer and they're thinking this is the man for us, then they back him 100%. Otherwise, we need to, proceed with caution and say, these are players we feel can keep Leeds United in the Premier League, and you've got to work with these. And if you can't do it, someone else will. And listen, Elan Meslier is going to be one of those for me. He should not be here, but like I say, there is a chance that he could get a new deal. But by all means, no. Cash in on him this summer, give him a fresh start, give Leeds United a clean break as well from him, and go for somebody else. But yeah, that would be me in terms of these players. So I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on those players mentioned. Something for my Scandinavian viewers, because I know I've got a lot of you, man, out in Sweden, Norway, Denmark. Salute to you all, man. You guys show mad love with your viewership in all ways as well. But Leeds United to play Manchester United in Stockholm for pre-season. There you go. Look at that, at the Strawberry Arena on the 19th of July. So if you can get over to Sweden, go over to Sweden. I'm not taking the mic there as well, by the way. That's Richard Pryor from See No Evil, Hear No Evil. It's a movie. It's a movie. I say that because I did the Dumb and Dumber joke one time, and I had people saying, Max Ferber's not from Australia, Cage. He's from Austria. They just missed the Dumb and Dumber joke. But listen, Leeds United will play Manchester United in the first confirmed preseason fixture ahead of the 25-26 campaign. Hopefully, this is like a prelude to the league fixtures. Because if it's not, oh boy, I don't know when I'm going to be back on here. I'm not going to lie. Listen, this is the first time the Whites are returning to Scandinavia following successful preseason matches over the past decade in Norway in 2015 and 2023. So yeah, listen, big support for both. It makes sense for both clubs to play in Scandinavia, Sweden against each other. So listen, if you're out there and if you're going to travel there, have a blast. But to my Swedish people and to all Scandinavian people, Leeds United are coming over. So make arrangements if you can get there. But that is it for the video, people. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give me your thoughts, feelings, and please like the video. It is free to do and really does help out the channel's visibility. And I'll see you in the next one, people. Next one, people. Peace out. Not editing that. I don't edit. It's the way it is.